Call me old-fashioned, but this donut's the best. Today we're making old-fashioned cake donuts. This is my favorite donut. I loved eating these as a kid. They were so good in the mornings. I would eat like 2 or 3 of them. To make these donuts, you need a positive attitude, a basic amount of ingredients and equipment, and a little bit of time to do it. So you're gonna need a stand mixer, ring mold to cut the donuts, and then a fryer setup. Don't feel like you have to have a big deep fryer to do it. You can just have a couple inches of oil to fry it. First, we're gonna combine sugar, butter, and egg yolks in a stand mixer bowl. Once those are creamed together and the color is light, you're gonna get the sour cream in there. Throw it all in and begin mixing again. You're gonna add your pastry flour, baking powder, salt. You're gonna sieve them together. With the stand mixer running on low speed, start adding the dry ingredients 1 spoon at a time. You don't need to wait for them to be incorporated in between every spoonful. Just keep adding it 1 at a time and eventually it'll get mixed together. Okay, so now you need to get that base dough for your old-fashioned donut chilled. At this point, it's super sticky and it's a little annoying to touch. You need to get a medium-sized mixing bowl, greased and lined with plastic wrap. Once the plastic wrap is in there, spray with a little bit more grease so that the dough doesn't stick. The reason why I like to add plastic wrap to the mixing bowl is I find it's a little easier to get out later on, as well as you can just throw away that plastic wrap and cleaning the bowl is a lot easier. Spray the dough and put more plastic wrap on top. Transfer it to the fridge to chill. This is a great stopping point. Once your dough is chilled, dust the top of it with a little bit of pastry flour and then transfer the dough to a floured working surface. You want to roll your dough to a thickness of about 1/2 inch. These rods are about 1/2 inch thick. If you don't have pastry rods, don't worry about it. Get a couple magazines, a couple books at about that same thickness. So now, punch your donuts into whatever shape you want. First thing I like to do is take the cutter I'm gonna be using, and I like to go around and make little indentations. The reason for doing this is so you get maximum usage out of all of your dough. So if you want your old-fashioned donut to look like the ones you typically see in donut shops, punch them out into a diameter of 3 inches. The inner circle needs to be about 1.25 inches thick. So once your donuts are punched out, transfer them to a greased parchment or wax paper. Cover and place in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. The reason for chilling the dough at this point is it makes them easier to handle transferring from your tray to the fryer. So we like to fry our old-fashioned donuts at about 340 degrees Fahrenheit. From start to finish, it takes about 3 to 4 minutes. At first, they're gonna sink to the bottom for about 10 seconds. Don't worry, this is normal. After about the 10 seconds, they're gonna rise to the surface. At that point, we like to cook them for 40 more seconds and then flip. Cook for about 80 more seconds and flip again. After 80 more seconds, transfer your donuts to a baking rack or a tray lined with paper towels. You just made donuts! Old-fashioned donuts are super easy. They're really fun to do. Stop buying them at the store, start making them yourself.